Next few days in writing, you're going to be starting a new piece about your year in kindergarten. And today we're just going to get ready to write that piece by getting our thoughts together. So I'm going to show you a tool that you can use if you would like to. Because I don't know about you, but when I start to think about all the things I've done this year in kindergarten, my list can get really long. So let's take a look at this graphic organizer, which you can print and use it if you want, or you can just write down 4 ideas. Let's take a look. Before I start to write, I need to get a list of things that I'm going to write about. Because when I think about my kindergarten year, I have a lot of things that I could include in my writing, but I don't want my story to be quite that long. So I'm going to pick 4 things. And one thing you might want to try to think about is what happened at different parts of the year. For instance, during those first days of school, what were your favorite things that you did? I can think about riding the bus to school, going to recess, maybe even going to special for the first time. But one of my favorite parts of the first days of school was meeting new friends. So I'm going to write the word friends. And this isn't a whole sentence, it's just a list of ideas. So when I get ready to write, I can remember what I want to write about. In the fall, one of my favorite things was exploring and learning about pumpkins. So I'm going to write pumpkins. In the winter, there were lots of things that we did. We learned about having a winter party. We learned to make snowflakes out of paper. But one of my favorite things about the winter was the gingerbread unit that we did. And not only did we get to read lots of different stories about the gingerbread boy, but we also got to bake cookies, and that was fun. And of course, you know that story, how they ran away. Now, in the spring, most of the spring we've been at home learning. And so you might want to include in your story something that you've done at home to make learning fun. One of the things that I've been doing that I like, even though I really miss everybody, I do like to learn outside. So some of those days when I've been working, I just take my computer and I go outside, and I like learning that way. So again, this is getting ready to write. It's a list of things that you might want to include in your piece about your kindergarten year. I hope that helped you get your ideas together for the piece you're going to start tomorrow. And if you'd like to use that graphic organizer, you can download and print that, or you can just make a list on a piece of paper. And for parents, if your child is having a hard time remembering some of those things that happened in kindergarten, there's also an attached list of things that teachers have brainstormed that were some fun times that we had this year. And hopefully that will make it a little easier for them to pick out 4 things that they did. Enjoy.